A friend sits down across from you and shares something they've been holding all week. They lost their job on Tuesday. You want them to know they're not alone, so you offer what feels like a hand on the shoulder. You say, "Oh man, that happened to me too. 3 years ago. It was brutal." Even though you mean well, the energy leaves the room. They nod, say yeah, and reach for their phone. This caring reply quietly tells the other person they are on their own. It functions like a door closing on the conversation because of a move you likely make a dozen times a day without realizing it. In the late 70s, sociologist Charles Derber recorded dozens of ordinary dinner party conversations. He analyzed the transcripts to see how attention moves around a table, who gets it, who gives it, and how it is handed back and forth. Derber described this as the pursuit of attention. He found that nearly every time someone speaks, the listener faces a choice so fast it feels automatic. Conversational empathy depends on this split-second process. Choosing the wrong path can leave the other person feeling invisible. Derber identified two distinct paths you can take at this conversational fork. First is the shift response. You take their words as a launch pad for your story. The spotlight swings off them and onto you. Second is the support response. You keep the light where it is by asking a follow-up, inviting them to continue. Derber's point was almost mechanical. Attention is a limited resource. In any exchange, it can only stay in one place at a time. When you shift the focus, you spend the small, fragile pool of attention the other person just claimed. You are moving that focus across the table to yourself. Most people feel this withdrawal immediately. That shift in your friend's expression reflects the moment the spotlight left them. We usually reach for the shift response because we've been told that empathy means relating. We hear a story and sprint to find a version of it that lives in us, offering it up as a gift, even if the other person is still in the middle of theirs. Modern research from psychologists like Guy Itzchakov and Harry Rice suggests a different goal. While we think people want agreement, the data shows that feeling understood is the actual predictor of relationship survival. Conflict becomes corrosive when one person feels their point of view is unseen. When people feel their partner truly understands their experience, the same argument rarely leaves a mark. Derber explains that we shift the spotlight because attention feels scarce. Many of us go through days where no one really asks how we are. We enter conversations hungry for focus. When an opening appears, that hunger reaches out and grabs the spotlight before we can intervene. Changing this habit involves trusting that your turn to speak will come, allowing you to give the other person theirs first. You can override the reflex to shift by using a simple technique called the 2-beat rule. When your nervous system tells you to share your own story, hold it back. Ask one real question first, like, "What happened?" Ensure it is a deepening question that follows their thread. Sideways questions, like, "Are you going to apply at that other company?" secretly change the subject back to your own ideas. Then give them a second beat. Ask how they are actually feeling about the situation. Only after these 2 beats should you offer your own experience. At this point, your story becomes a door you're opening for them, rather than a stage you're climbing onto. This dynamic appears in every part of social life. Research hints that the person who asks more questions is almost always more liked than the person who tells a better story. We win people over by being interested, not by being impressive. Holding the spotlight proves that someone else's inner world is worth your full attention. It provides the rare experience of being followed instead of overtaken. Next time you see the fork in the road, give them 2 more beats. Subscribe for more insights into the tiny moves that shape your relationships, and share this with the best talker you know. I'll see you in the next one.